They don't know my name, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face.
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Bradley Pinion the kickoff for Tampa Bay.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Cordero Patterson on the return.
Mitchell Trubisky taking the field to lead Chicago. Trubisky, the Ohio native, went to North Carolina, then drafted by these Bears as the #2 pick in 2017.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 35. 7 yards there and a first down.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control a game with his running.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bucs 28-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
The Buccaneer offense taking the field with all eyes in the stadium glued to their quarterback in season number 21. His first, of course, in Tampa, the great Tom Brady.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
To Evans on the slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The numbers for Evans a week ago. 8 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Buster Screen is able to bring him down.
At the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Brady. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Brady. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
13 yards.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Boy, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
43-yard line.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Matt Gay.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now it's Patterson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Trubisky looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. And
so after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 50.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
The Buccaneer 1st down.
from midfield. Here's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards the gain there, second down. But the Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. Brady's throw there complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Brady again. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Second and 7, operating from the 34. Again, it's Brady. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Former first-round pick Leonard Floyd is no longer with the Bears, so they signed Robert Quinn to replace him as a sack guy. And Robert Quinn just got one right there. Had 11 and a half sacks last year with Dallas. The best since his lone all-pro season in 2014. And I know the Bears are his fourth team in 4 years after stints with the Rams, Dolphins, and Cowboys. But don't be fooled by that. Robert Quinn still has a lot of juice left in his tank.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks him. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
There you go. Brady's pass.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
For the Chicago Bears. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Rolling to it. Now Trubisky lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
First down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Brady gives this one off to Jones. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
That's caught by Howard. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Brady's pass.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and goal.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Brady now to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
David Montgomery, the ball carrier.
Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 7-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devin White able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And his throw here's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Montgomery on the counter. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Brady's pass.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Trubisky, and this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Trubisky to throw. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. From the left hash, this from 37.
7-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So the late turnover, that turns into 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to capitalize and get the 3 that you just mentioned. On the other side of the field, kicking themselves. You think they'll be talking about ball security in the locker room?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. That'll be the first talking point.
TJ Logan on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. So we have reached halftime. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. And here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He's to be surprised about a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady throwing middle, but it's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30, and all the way down to the 25-yard line. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here?
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Brady, and the pressure gets to him again. Eddie Goldman with a sack. The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs.
3rd and long.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
Incomplete on the throw.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Now on 4th down.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, ayy. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, ayy. Turn the knob, camera system incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and